Welcome to the FearHeart podcast, part of FearHeart's nonprofit mission to support haunters and immersive artists. Each episode will talk news, stories, and happenings from haunted attractions of all shapes and sizes. Join us if you dare, because in this house, haunted entertainment is art. Hello, and welcome back to the FearHeart podcast. It's been a minute, but I am still Christy.
I'm somehow still Jeremiah.
And we are back to talk about one of the fan favorite haunted attractions here in Central Florida, Sir Henry's, and their haunted ghost town and barbecue event.
Yes, both of us. It was our first time going.
No, I went last year.
Oh, you did? Oh, never mind then. I lied. Well, it's my first time going, so I get to have that awesome experience. I can say that.
So I'm curious. So since this was your first time, you have no previous experience with Sir Henry's as the Old West.
Correct.
What were your what were your overall thoughts about it?
Honestly, I like the theme. I like the Western kind of ghost town theme. I feel like it's the closest I can get to, going to Knott's without having to actually go to California, because I've always wanted to kind of be in that atmosphere and everything. So it was kind of cool to mix the two and have it here in Florida. I liked a lot of what I saw. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for me so far.
Awesome. And for those of you that may not be familiar with Sir Henry's or their haunted ghost town event, we've talked about Sir Henry's before when we talked about Florida Valentine's haunts, but they are a independent attraction in Plant City. It's outdoors, and they have multiple trails as well as a huge common area where they do a lot of live entertainment. And then during actual haunt season, as well as Christmas season, I think, they have a hayride.
Yeah, I don't know if they did it for Christmas or not, to be quite honest. But I think... I don't think they did, but I could be wrong. Because I know their Christmas event's also kind of growing, too, where, it's getting a lot bigger. People are still on the haunt vibe during Christmas, so...
Yeah. Yeah, oh, well, then don't quote me on the Christmas hayride. I might be wrong about that. But...
Or do quote you and then complain that there's no hayride so that they have to do the hayride.
There we go. And we need a Valentine's hayride, too.
Exactly.
Just all year round hayride.
Just do it all the time.
So that's Sir Henry's. Their haunted ghost town and barbecue event is a springtime weekend. It debuted last year, so this is their second year doing it. And I know that it's not officially a halfway to Halloween event, but it is conveniently timed halfway to Halloween.
Is it really actually halfway to Halloween right now?
Almost. May 1st.
Oh yeah, so we really are right there. That's crazy. That doesn't feel real.
I know. I think the timing also is so wonky because August is really when Halloween starts.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think it's going to be July soon enough with Disney. Them starting Mickey's Not So Scary sooner and sooner every year.
Absolutely. I can't wait for it to start in July.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess you're right. Technically, we are halfway to Halloween.
So this year, for the Ghost Town event, as well as last year, there were 2 trails open and then a live shootout show, as well as their general creepy characters walking around the middle area.
Which we love the creepy characters.
Hell
yeah. So the shootout was there last year too?
Yes, but I think it was a different show. It had a lot of the same elements to it, but I believe it was slightly different.
That's cool. That was one of the coolest parts for me, to be honest.
Yeah, what was it that made the show for you?
Probably the pyro, honestly. I wasn't really expecting the pyro. I thought that was really cool. But all in all, it was kind of cool to see them do a bunch of fight choreography and stuff too. That was neat. I also didn't expect the person to get completely just dragged by a horse. That was wild. Like,
That was so
yeah,
cool.
that was like very, very unexpected. But I think all around, just you can tell that they put like a lot of effort and like passion and thought into the show, which is surprising for an event that's literally only going to last 3 days. For them to put as much effort into that as they did, I think is awesome.
Yes, absolutely. So true. And I know like for me, I was really surprised last year. Last year when we went to media night and they were like, "Oh, like there's going to be a shootout in the center area." I was thinking it was going to happen at the house centerpiece and it was going to be one of the vignette things that happens in the like the fenced in area around the
Oh yeah,
house.
yeah,
Yeah, to have it be a large scale like production at the back of the courtyard was really unexpected.
yeah, yeah. I was like, I was really surprised too. That was funny because I didn't know where it was going to be, so I asked one of the workers. I was like, "Hey, where's the shootout going to be?" He's like, "Right here where we're standing," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was just kind of it took me back for a second, and then yeah, it was really cool, and it was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. Did you see the first one, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw the first one. I did not see the second one.
Yeah, I didn't see the second one either. Um, I think I think it would have been cooler to see the first one than when it's darker out, in my opinion. But because I feel like you can see more.
Yeah, that's probably true. I was trying to get it at, at the daylight so that my camera would catch
Same.
everything, but I think it probably like looks a lot spookier at night.
Yeah, yeah. No, literally same. I was like, I need to capture this now, or because if I don't, then I'm not gonna be able to get any photos of this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, it's a they really like you said, they really put a lot of work into it. There's a whole audio track that goes with
Yeah,
it. It's a legit show.
yeah. And the choreography is like legit too. It's not like it's very convincing looking.
Yes.
They went all
100%.
out.
I will say for anyone that is sensitive to loud noises, like those prop guns are no
Oh
joke.
yeah, I'm almost positive they're shooting like actual blanks. They were loud.
Yeah.
They were really loud. I was very surprised.
Yeah. I had, and there are warnings all over the courtyard, so you're not going to forget that there's prop guns being used. But like I had two forms of hearing protection on, and it was still like really loud for me. I know that in the opening ceremonies, they used prop guns too.
Yeah, those were loud.
And yeah. Yeah, one of my friends was up like right next to the guns, but she wasn't looking at them. She was looking at the at some of the other characters
Mm.
when the guns went off, and like it got her
It
good.
scared her. That's
Yeah.
funny. Honestly, though, yeah, it probably would have gotten me too if I wasn't, staring at the people.
Yeah. So that is another thing that Sir Henry's has added like within the last couple seasons. It's not new, it's new-ish, but I love the opening ceremonies that they've started doing for every single event where they when they open the gates, all the characters go down the road there and, like there's a little procession, there's a little vignette that happens at the front, and that's something that I is really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad they started doing that too. To be honest, kind of like shows you what you're about to like, walk into and run into, and who you're gonna see and everything like that, and then it's like a nice little teaser before you get through the gates. Also, they had two whole horses.
I
For anyone that
know.
likes horses, there were some horses there too that were part of the show and all of it. It's kind of wild.
It's impressive that that they also have the ability to wrangle horses. Like on top of everything else that Sir Henry's does.
Right. I wonder, like, do they own those horses? Are those like rented?
I have
Whose
no
horses
idea.
are those? And can I
It's a
pet the horse?
mystery.
That's what I want to know. Because I did not try, but
You would pet a horse?
I would. I'd be terrified because I'd be worried about getting kicked. But if they would let me, absolutely.
Horses and donkeys make me so nervous. I'm like more scared of them than I am of sharks.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
So this added to the terror then for you.
The
That's unfortunate.
only thing that would have made it worse is if it was a chimpanzee.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see. I wouldn't fuck with those either. Those
No.
things are
Mm-mm.
strong.
So let's talk about the trails.
Yeah, let's do it.
Which trail did you do first?
The long black veil. So that would be the one on the very far left as you enter into the gates.
So I have the trail story up, so I'm going to read that real quick. Because Sir Henry's always has these very elaborate, like beautiful backstories for their trails. There once was a lady named Nell who had a thirst for blood and gold. Her scheme was to lure cowboys fresh off the trail to her dwelling. Once Nell had them in her trap, she would murder them and steal their belongings. Eventually, she was caught and hung for her crimes. But ever since her death, when the sun sets, folks claim to see Nell roaming the town, still looking for cowboys to kill, her face hidden behind a shroud of black. Will you escape the long black veil?
Love that. Her character too was really awesome. When I don't know if you saw her whenever you went through, but well, she's in the trail obviously, but like there's another one that would like roam around outside the facade of the trail, and her makeup and everything looked really sick. Like her
Yeah.
costume and everything was just like, it was super cool looking, honestly.
Were there any particular scenes in the long black veil that stood out to you, or effects or moments that you want to call out?
One person got me really, really fucking good. I'm not even gonna lie, and for the life of me, I thought they were fake because they did a really good job at like being and looking like a fake mannequin sitting in a chair, and because they had already gotten me before that too, with another like kind of like mannequin scare where there was a character, dressed in this like dark cloak and sitting in a corner, and I was like, I feel like they're gonna jump out at me, and they jumped out at me, and I was like, aha, I knew it. And then I was like, they're totally not going to do that again. So then when I got to the second one where the person was sitting in the chair and she was like sitting still, and I was like, there's no way that's also a person. Because it didn't really look like one. And then it was. And it like scared the fuck out of me. And I was like, God damn it. So mad. That was really good. That, and then the scene, I can't remember because it started to get kind of dark and I couldn't see too well, but she was like standing on top of, there was a character standing on top of like a wooden platform, but I think it was like originally a well, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that scene was really cool too. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I particularly love this trail because like the way that Sir Henry's has like used the natural surroundings of all the like really tall mossy trees,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have made these like complete buildings that they've interspersed throughout the trail, and like a town square area where you go in a saloon and then out the other door and you keep walking through the square. Like the way that Sir Henry's has designed this whole trail, I just love how it feels like it really feels like you're exploring an entire town. Like you start in a house and then you're outside and then you're in the town square and then you're in a barber shop and then you're in this place and you're in that place, and it just I feel like I'm being really nosy and checking out all the things that are going on throughout an entire village.
Yeah, yeah. It's also like really it's weird because they did a good job at making it feel both claustrophobic, but then also like big in scale all at the same time. Because then you go from like
Yeah.
really small, enclosed areas to being out in a courtyard where there's kind of like a bit of space, and you don't feel as claustrophobic, or you don't feel as stressed because you've got an open area where you can kind of see things, but then you get forced right back into more of like claustrophobic scenes and whatnot. So yeah,
Yes.
that trail has always been super cool.
Yeah. This trail also has that cool thing where you see the town square from multiple angles.
Yeah.
So you enter the town square, and you do the thing where you go into the saloon, you come out. But then when you're towards the end of the trail, you come toward about the other side of this town square, and you can look through windows and see the people going through the scene that you went through previously.
Yeah, it was super cool.
I love that.
When we went through, it was like still kind of light outside, but then as we were going in, it just got darker and darker and darker. So like that effect too is really cool. I enjoyed that.
I really love the shootout. So there's one moment right before you go into the barber shop where there's like two people shooting at each other
Yeah,
across the path, and you have to go through the middle of this big shootout to get to the other side of the trail. And that was my favorite
I
moment.
completely forgot about that actually. So just now, I don't know how that slipped my mind, but yeah, I forgot. That was fun. I enjoyed that one
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
So any other thoughts on the long black veil before we move on?
aside from it being really cool and me liking the costumes, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good trail. I liked the main character. She was cool, and she also greeted, I guess not greeted us, but said her goodbyes or showed herself for the last time as we left the trail, which was super cool.
Yeah, there were a couple characters like outside. Well, on both trails, actually, there were characters outside both facades, like entertaining you while you waited.
Yeah,
Because Nell was outside the Long Black Veil, and then the next trail, which is I'm pulling up the Beast of hold on, the Beast of Deadwood Mines.
yeah,
The Beast was stalking around outside.
yeah. That was. I accidentally like almost ran into him because I wasn't paying attention when I was walking up to the facade.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
yeah. I scared myself by accidentally almost running into him.
So this one is like a chapter 2 to the Curse of Deadwood Mines, I presume, from last
Oh,
year.
cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. So the description and backstory of this one is shortly after the old Deadwood mines opened back up, some miners began to claim seeing a large beast at night. Most townsfolk and law enforcement dismissed these claims, but when a miner was found dead, eaten, and torn to pieces by some kind of animal, fear spread through the town. For the next few weeks, miners would be found dead outside the mines with the same claw marks and bite marks on their bodies. An old timer believed that the mining company had disturbed the den of a beastly creature, a creature that sole purpose is to guard the gold against greedy prospectors. Will your greed consume you?
It's always for the gold. It's always the gold that gets them. Um, this one was also really cool. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. Um, I think my favorite part of this was actually when you get to go into like the mine itself, like when you're going down like into the mine shaft or whatever, and having
Yeah.
the wind effects and stuff hitting you. Those got me pretty good when I went through here.
The bursts of air
Yeah,
things?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It always gets me every
Yeah.
time.
Me too. Yeah, I really liked so I thought they did a really good job of showing the progression of the beast's transformation.
Yeah, yeah. They did a really good. Like, it's one thing too that I feel like a lot of people probably won't notice either, because it's like starting out you don't really notice it, and then you can kind of see it once you start seeing the actual wolf character itself. You can see that transition a bit better, but not
Yeah.
a lot. I feel like not a lot of people would notice it unless they're like specifically kind of like, paying attention like we do usually, and not, cowering behind somebody or something. But yeah, I love that kind of storytelling in trails and haunts and stuff. It's always nice to see.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, and this one had they managed to pull off some pretty gory like attack scenes too. Like there was one scene where like an actor's missing a leg and then they had props everywhere where the beast had been like, rampaging through the miners and there was an impressive amount of gore.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Make it more gory. Just throw some fake blood everywhere.
So, which one was your favorite?
Honestly, that's actually kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie, because I like a lot of the sets in the second trail, the far right, the beast one.
Yeah.
Um, so it's kind of tough, but then I also like the aesthetics and the kind of the same thing of the other trail too, of the Veil Trail. So that's, I don't know, it's really tough. I like them both so much. I think if I had to pick, probably um, the was it the Long Black Veil?
Yeah.
Probably that one, just because I think I like those aesthetics and that kind of theme just a bit more.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. Mine was probably the Beast of Deadwood Mines, but specifically because of the transformation progression.
That's valid. That's a good, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that because you had there was one scene where you had an actor that had like like kind of like a half wolf face going on that was distressed about turning, and then you had like the scene with like the victim that was an active attack
Yeah.
basically, and then like seeing more of the aftermath and seeing more of like a fully formed wolf creature. So I that I love that storytelling, and that kind of fascinated me. So,
You know,
so yeah, the both trails were great, but if I had to pick one, it was Deadwood.
yeah, I think what's also really cool too is a lot of the characters and like when you would walk into certain scenes, the scripts that they have that they play out in front of you are like written really well and like they make sense because as you progress, like you the scripts kind of like continue to tell that story, which is
Yeah,
something that you don't really get a lot with like trails or haunts and things like that where actors are playing out a scene in front of you. Sometimes you don't really get things that make sense. It's just a person screaming help at you or something very cliche. But
yeah.
every like in both trails, each scene, like every character had specific things they would say that like help tell the story.
Yes, yes. And that is I'm glad you brought that up because that is something that I love like about Sir Henry's just in general. I feel like there's so much storytelling and like in some of their Krampus houses that I've seen during Christmas time, like there have been really long scenes that play out in front of you, which is really cool.
Yeah, and you don't really get that with a lot of smaller haunts, let alone trails at
Yeah.
that matter. It's
Yeah.
very rare that you get that experience. So it's cool. It's crazy too that they do this with like everything they do with such a quick turnaround. You know what I mean? Like they just did the
I
Valentine's Day
know.
one, and then they also just have all these scripts, all these characters and trails written within just a few months' time, and still can get all the costumes ready, all the makeup prepared,
Yes.
the trails ready, all of that with just within just a few months is like crazy to me. They put this much effort into something that one they don't even have a lot of time to get ready, but then two is only happening for one weekend or two weekends.
100%.
It's just wild. Which also leads me
100%.
to I think my favorite part of the entire thing because that's just something I really enjoy doing is interacting with all of the characters in the Midway area. They have
Yeah.
such good improv actors that walk around the Midway. It is just so much fun to interact with them and talk with them, and they're so talented. It's crazy. It was probably like my favorite part of the event, to be honest. Was just getting to interact and talk with those people.
In addition to creating such elaborate and like beautiful backstories for their trails, Sir Henry's also has like so much rich lore about their original characters and like not just Sir Henry and like the main ones, but each seasonal character that comes through for all of the different events. So I mean I agree with you. I loved watching all the characters interact with each
Yeah,
other.
that's well, yeah, also my favorite part because
Yeah.
every time I would see them interact with each other too, it was like something different happening. Like they didn't just go through the same spiel for different people they saw. It was like always something different, and they would always respond differently to how people around them were responding. I think one of my favorite characters was the snake oil salesperson that had
Yes.
like a little bag full of different stuff, and oh, it was just so funny. That character was really good. The drunken character was really funny. And something else that I noticed in the show, or even before the show, that he had like this bottle of liquor that was like probably three quarters of the way full. I saw him later on in the night, and it was like pretty much almost empty. So it kind of like also helped tell the story. And I was like, wasn't that full earlier? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he just kind of like ran off or whatever. And I was like, that's a kind of cool attention to detail because obviously he's the drunk of the town.
Hmm.
But I had a pretty good interaction with him. I had a good interaction with the snake oil person. I had
Yep.
a good interaction with I guess he's a cowboy, the gunslinger with like the half burnt face, like Two Face gunslinger character.
Oh yeah, the crispy
Yes,
compatriot.
he was cool as shit. I liked his makeup in general was like really cool, but um, the interactions with him were really cool. I can't remember exactly what he said, so I might be paraphrasing or whatnot. But he was like, "If you are wanted, dead or alive, where would you go if you were technically undead?"
What?
Because his character was technically undead. So if he's wanted, dead or alive, is he actually undead or is he actually wanted? And if he was to get captured, would he be put in a coffin or in jail?
Oh.
And this was the debate we were having. I think we ended up going with you'd be put in a coffin in jail or something like that. And then I also...
That sounds like the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, right? And then I had a good interaction with one of the coffin people, the people that like measure you out for your coffin.
Yeah.
I tried to make a joke saying that they don't have one small enough for me, and then she was like, "Oh no, we have some that are infant sized," and I was like, "Damn." Like I didn't even have a joke for that after. Like I was defeated. I accepted defeat. I was like, that sucks. I can't say anything to that.
That's pretty good. I really liked. I really loved the snake oil person too. They opened up their bag and showed me all of their wares.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I have I posted a video of that. There was a bunch in there. And then I really liked the sheriff.
I don't think I got to run into the sheriff actually.
Yeah, they were. I think it's the same actor that played the butcher at Halloween and Jack Frost at Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it was. But either way, he and I had a good interaction, and he made me a deputy and gave me a little badge.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm so
I have
mad.
a plastic badge.
That's so cool. I wish I got one of those. Yeah, I missed him, and oddly enough, too, I missed that, like, rodeo clown, too. I didn't get a chance. I'm so mad because I didn't get a chance to get a photo of him. He just, like, somehow eluded me.
Yeah, I never ran into him either, and now I'm seeing him all over the social media.
Yeah, and I was like,
social media.
Where the fuck was this guy? How I don't. And he's like so bright and colorful compared to everything else being brown and western. I'm like, this guy's. How did I miss this guy?
I know.
He looks crazy, but I like that character. But I'm kind of bummed I didn't get a photo of him.
All right, so Sir Henry's Haunted Ghost Town and Barbecue is taking place this coming weekend, so it's April 17th through 19th. You do need to buy your tickets in advance at sirhenryshauntedtrail.com. I will put a link in the show notes because they do not sell tickets at the door. So you have to buy your tickets in advance. They are time specific. They do have like a fast pass option if you want to skip the line. And honestly, whenever I'm going to one of their events, I buy that ticket because it's the only ticket that allows you to go through the trails multiple times.
Which you would definitely want to do.
Yes. Because if you only get the general admission, you can only go through each trail once, and that is not enough.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
Especially if you go on a busier night too. Like that's just like for all of the events for Sir Henry's. It's just all around better for your money to do that ticket.
Agreed.
Also,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we did not get to try any of the barbecue or anything like that. They didn't have it for when we were there. But I do know that there will be at least 2 barbecue food trucks there, both of which looked really good. So y'all have to let us know in the comments how it is if you go.
Heck yeah. A couple things that I always like to say about Sir Henry's, just for any first timers, is that, as we said, this is an outdoor attraction, and both trails are unpaved, through legit trees and potential, what in Central Florida I would consider the woods.
Yeah.
So I would wear closed-toed shoes, wear bug spray, prepare to be outside in Florida, because
definitely boots, and don't wear shoes that you care about because they will get very, very dusty very quickly.
Yes.
I always tell people the same
My
thing.
first time to Sir Henry's, I was not adequately prepared, and I wore sandals, and I regretted it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my greatest memories at Sir Henry's was going through the trails right before the event was about to close, in a torrential downpour of rain, and they still had the trail open and everything. It was just monsooning outside, and we got to run through, but we were covered in mud. There was dirt everywhere. Everything was flooded. We were running through puddles, but it was easily one of the scariest and most fun experiences I've ever had.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was really cool. But also 2 escape rooms will be open as well.
Oh yeah. Yes, there was Scooters something.
Yeah, honestly, bad podcasting. I do not remember the names.
I'm looking. I only have Scooter's Great Escape is the only one that I have. But there will be escape rooms open. They are $5 experiences, so it's a $5 add-on to your ticket. But I've done several of the past escape rooms. I didn't get to do this specific one, but I always enjoy them. I think it's like a good mix of the physical challenge with the mental puzzle and the storytelling. Like, it's always a good time.
Yeah, I agree. Although last time we did their thing, I did not win. We did not do good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we were close, and then we got stumped on the final clue.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so maybe I'll try and go back and redeem myself next time we go. We'll see.
Yeah, I've made it like, I think I've made it out of most of the games that I've played, but there's definitely been a few that have stumped me.
Well, then we should team up.
Yes.
Team up, and then you can help me get through, so I don't feel defeated every time.
Next time. Well, my first Sir Henry's Escape Room, I did play with you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I cannot believe I don't remember that for the life of me.
Tampa J was there too, and like a couple other people. So it wasn't just like me and like in you guys. There was a whole group.
I mean, if it was and I didn't remember, I'd feel really bad. So I'm glad that there was other people there too. I wonder if Tampa J remembers. I'll have to ask him next time I see him.
No.
Like, do you remember that time?
So is there anything else that you would like to say about Sir Henry's Haunted Ghost Town?
They're also going to have Keel and Curly there that you can purchase some wine and probably cider and things like that. So that's exciting.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever had any of Keel and Curly's offerings?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, last time we went to Pemberton, we pre-gamed at Keel and Curly because it's like right down the street.
Nice.
And yeah, no, I love their drinks. Their stuff is really good. So they'll have like a little booth set up there too. Also, we had the lemonade that they had for us there too. Incredible. Probably some of the best lemonade I ever had. So completely worth it.
Ooh, I didn't get to try the lemonade.
It was
I'm jealous.
so good. There was regular lemonade and pink lemonade. Or no, sorry, strawberry lemonade. But they didn't have the strawberry whenever we went to try and get any. So I guess they must have been really popular because it was sold out.
Okay.
Big
No.
bummer. But yeah, I think that's really about it. Honestly, I was really impressed with a lot of what I saw. I'm bummed that I didn't get to go to it the first time that it was here last year, but I'm glad that I got to experience it this year. So it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's a great event. I'm glad to see it return, and I hope they bring it back next year.
Yeah, I agree. I think they will. I think it's here to stay, which is a good thing. Maybe it'll grow. Maybe we'll get 2 weekends next year.
Ooh.
Let's push for that, and a hayride. What would be better than a freaking Western hayride? I think that's that's perfect.
The Ghost Cowboys can shoot out over the hayride.
Exactly. Yeah, right in front of us. That'd be awesome. Have them jump across, over the the tractor.
Yes.
That'd be great.
All right, Sir Henry, let us write the script for you. It'll be fine.
Yeah, hire us. We'll make it awesome. It's super safe for everyone.
Super safe.
Promise.
All right. Well, before we close out, Jeremiah, do you want to tell our listeners where else they can find you?
Yeah, you can head over to Unmanaged Media on pretty much all the socials. You can see all of my photography there. I actually already have some photos posted of our trip to Sir Henry's Ghost Town Barbecue that you can check out. Pretty cool photos, if I don't say so myself. So it'll kind of give you an idea of what you might run into. And also, I'm working on a pretty cool project that is going to be releasing pretty soon, so you should follow me, and that way you can be in the loop on that. So, yeah, Managed Media.
And you can find us at Team FearHeart on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And, well, you are already listening to this podcast somewhere, but you can also find us. You can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts now.
Oh, hell yeah. Finally.
Woo! We are, as you may have noticed, on a little bit of an irregular recording schedule at the moment because, we are off season, and so we are going with the flow.
Yeah.
But we do have, I have a couple California halfway to Halloween events coming up at the end of the month, so there will be another episode dropping soon.
Heck yeah.
Thank you for listening. Have a great
Yep.
night.
Good night, everybody.